Unfortunately, I didn't have a terrarium, but I've got this little bag. It's not very perfect, but I can keep the moth in there and she might lay eggs. I'll take her home, put her in a terrarium, and I can get more eggs. Look at all these eggs, though. I'll leave them, and when they hatch, they'll find their way, I'm sure. She escaped from the bag. She tried to fly, but she can't really do that. She just laid a couple of eggs. Several eggs in the bag. I need to try and keep her in that bag so I can take her home. If only I'd packed a terrarium. I always forget things. I guess maybe until the end of the hike I can just carry this silk moth along the way. It's a shame about that wing because look, they're so pretty, such a beautiful species. Never mind. She wants it still. Not only that, but she laid eggs on my finger. I have to say thank you very much. It's not every day I hike and find a silk moth and find that she lays eggs. That she lays eggs on my hand. That's a very cool and privileged thing. This is so wonderful. Nature is amazing. And I guess don't wash my hands. And maybe. Oh, there's two more. Thank you very much. You are really keen on giving me eggs, aren't you? Disappointingly, I'm not going to rear this species this year. So I hope this is the right tree. I think this is sangsuri. I hope it's not a chestnut tree. If it's a chestnut tree, it's the wrong one, but maybe the caterpillars can find their way. So I can't stick them on the leaves, so I'm gonna just put them close by. And that's all I can do. Okay, maybe one day. It's always disappointing. I feel like I always fail because I have no knowledge. It's very frustrating. You know, watch me walk past a big, giant alder tree right now as I've thrown the eggs away. Nah, that won't happen. Yeah, next time. Well, this one's easy to tell. It's not a chestnut tree leaf. This is the sawtooth oak. I can tell because of this. Very easy to know. Look what I just found. This is, I believe, Mul Orinamu, the Korean name for a kind of alder tree, and my larva will eat this, so it's a start. I can take some and hopefully I can find some more. While I'm looking, I can find one of these cool spiders that I haven't seen for a long time. Awesome. Oh, that's finally some success. And as I looked on the iNaturalist app, and I can find this also near my home. Some larvae I've already taken to this one, but I can use this tiny leaf for my caterpillars. And this one's will be so good. We'll take a few. And yeah, I believe this is the right plant. I might be able to rear Luna moth after all, and I'll be super happy. I deserve it. I'm working hard for nature. Mangongi, frogs. So fingers crossed. Look at this, cool. So there's a little caterpillar, and I'm just going to put the leaf in its face. If it walks on the plant, that's awesome. On the leaf, should I say. Come on. Okay, go, 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 please. Yes, yes, it's on the leaf. You can hear the cicadas. I always like. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in there. I'm gonna get some more leaves, and top it up there and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Here's some of the smaller leaves, which might be a bit softer for the larva. I have no idea, but I'll offer them some of these ones too. Fingers crossed this works. Most people don't really know tree leaves very well, including myself. But I could always ask one of the monks if they're hanging around at a temple, which you would expect a monk to be hanging around at a temple. And I could say, hey, have you seen this before? I'm looking for this tree. But actually, I looked on the iNaturalist app. I never thought to check there. And some guy had an observation of this plant in the forest near my home. So I know where I can just follow the map and find it. It was pretty awesome. So I'm just having a look. So there's a ginkgo tree. Unfortunately as well, I have to let those jewel beetles go because I don't know how to rear them. And I should be responsible. I not want to take something that I can't look after. So for now I'll put it back. And maybe I'll try and read up on how to rear those jewel bugs because they're awesome. The tree must be around. Must be close by. I want to keep this leaf. And then now I know what it looks like. First bit of success today. Actually, it's very easy to distinguish because this tree leaf has got lots of, just the shape of it is very unique. So it should be easy to find, hopefully. Okay, it's working. This leaf, this is their host plant. Look, the caterpillar's eating. There's poop, or frass as it's called. And yeah, that's really cool. The issue is I can't find any of these leaves near my home at the moment. So I have to hope that these leaves don't dry out. And after school today, I'm going to go straight to the forest, to the temple, and get some more leaves fresh. So I'm going to take this with me, give them fresh food, and I have to do that every day. And on the weekend, I'm going to go to a bigger forest and get them fresh leaves, and hopefully I can put the branches in water to keep them fresh. But this week's a bit of a worry, but I'm hoping there's a good sign that they're eating. So yeah, fingers crossed I can do this. It'll be so awesome. And collecting extra leaves for my caterpillars. I don't know how many caterpillars I've got, but I don't need, I don't need a lot, just some. But the problem is there's no trees. Yeah, there's no trees close to my home, but there maybe are, but I don't know where they are. So for the time being, I come to the temple, I found a couple of trees, and then on the weekend I'm going to go further out, but they are feeding, which is awesome. This is going to, with a bit of luck and good fortune, this little caterpillar is going to become a lunar moth. There's another one there. And there's 1, 2, 3 more. Yeah, there's another one there. The trouble is that these leaves are going to dry out quickly. So I would prefer to put some branches in water to keep them fresh. So I'm going to look and see if I can get some more in a moment. So I just cut the branch, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I was thinking, and I read that like if you do that, it lets the water go into the branch to feed the leaves. I hope so. I can submerge it, and the water, I can just feel rain. That's a bad sign. Rain means frogs tonight, and I've been crazy busy, so it's a nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to collect some more, and hopefully that might help. And just a few more. I'm going really wild with these, but I'd rather have more than less. And on the weekend, and from the weekend, I have a 9-day break from work other than frog responsibility, so I can get leaves more often, maybe find many more trees at other mountains. That's my only summer vacation goal now. Well, that is a good sign, isn't it? Lots of caterpillar poop, meaning they're eating, so yeah, it's wonderful. I'm gonna have to go back today and get more leaves, so hopefully they can hang on till about, I don't know, 4 o'clock. And I'll get some fresh food today, and I'll get some more fresh food tomorrow. And then on the weekend, I'm going to look for more trees, and I have an idea where I can find. That's great anyway, good sign. It's going well so far. These leaves are good for my caterpillars, but not these ones. I have to choose the best ones. Even these small ones will be good. They are really soft. This one might be good. I got another lifeline for these caterpillars because I found one more tree, and this one's really close to my home. So at least for now, I'm finding more food. I need to keep looking for more and more. And this is really wonderful. Look, they have been eating a lot, as you can see. So I must keep this clean. My only concern is by putting leaves like this that they dry up pretty quickly. So I know originally I can put branches in water, but they seem to still be drying up quickly, so I need to think of a solution. But anyway, it's good that I found a tree really close to my home. And they're looking pretty good. They're definitely growing. And when I'm rearing larvae or moth larvae, it's usually moth larvae, I find the eggs fall more than butterflies. But anyway, whichever species it is, it's just so good to like see that because it means that they've taken to their host plant, and that is, no, you can't ask for more. Basically, it's really awesome. And you can see how small they are compared to the size of my thumb. They're still really small, but this is now, I think, day 4. So once again, it's nice and clean, and then I can put these leaves back because they're still pretty good for the time being. So I'm going to try and do a quick count how many caterpillars I've got. We've got 1, 2. There's another one, number 3. There's another one here, it's number 4. Oh, there's one on the back there, number 5. There's another one on this big leaf, number 6. Any on the back? Yeah, 7. 6 and 7. Any more? Nothing on this one. So far 7. I had like 30 eggs, so I don't know what's happened. Never mind. Nothing in there. There's nothing on this one, so still at 7. Okay, 8 and 9. Okay, 8, 9. That's okay. 9. Actually, I don't need like heaps of them at the moment. A small number is pretty good as long as I keep them alive. There's number 10. Nothing in there. I can't see. I don't think there's anything on that one. Oh, I see another one. There's number 11. Alright, I got 11. Okay, just 11. I had way more eggs, so I guess it didn't all work out, but 11. And just near my home, I collected just at the Gnoma forest, or Buongon. It's got 2 names. I got one more leaf, so I keep it fresh, and there's a nice big leaf there. So if, for example, one leaf starts to dry, and they've got lots of options there, so that's nice. I feel comfortable that they're going to be okay for today through tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to go to more forests and try and find more trees. Oh, well, this is the big leaf that I put in at lunchtime, and that didn't take long. This one hungry caterpillar is really bitten through that leaf, so I'm going to put it back just as it was. And just to make sure that they have fresh leaves, here's another one just from this evening, and they feel kind of soft. Yeah, feels okay. It's fresh, and nice big leaf here as well. Here's another one, so they should be good for tonight and tomorrow morning. And some fresh leaves this morning from my local forest. They seem to be doing okay. I wonder when they have their first molt. I just put them back. And I always have to make sure that I've got the right number. So there were 11. So just go with double check. And yeah, today, this afternoon, I'm going to go to a different forest, maybe not so far from my home, to try and find some more trees. Because if I don't find more trees, then I might have to let them go because it might become too much work. That's the hard part of rearing larvae, is finding their food. So in this neighborhood, I know one tree at the temple in Cheonan. I know there's several trees. They're not perfect, but they're okay. But they might not be enough. Maybe they are, but I just don't know. And I prefer something that's closer to home, just to make life easy, especially when I'm back at work. I'm now on 9-day vacation, so it's okay for short term. And yeah, so there are 11 still. That's good. I think I didn't count very well, but it should be okay. Yeah, this is fresh leaf from this morning. So yeah, okay, you're all good for now. I found another tree, Alnus hirsuta. I have a few leaves in here, so I'll keep them in the bag. The bark of the tree is like kind of a grey-brown color, so it's good to know. Problem is, this tree, most of the leaves are way too high, so it's really hard to get to. So, but if there's a tree here, there must be more. I'll keep looking, and that's a small success. And yeah, so I got a number of leaves in here. Can I just, yeah, so this will keep them going today. I'll keep it, hopefully it stays fresh for a little bit of time. Awesome. This is another one, and I sometimes was getting confused between this and another tree, but you can feel the texture. It's kind of like a smooth, whereas the other tree I was finding was kind of rough. And the issue is that these trees' leaves may be being a bit damaged, but some of these are pretty good, so I can take the good ones. And again, there's the tree bark. It's kind of grey. I'm finding this tree is not so common compared to all the other trees, but if I can find like this now and again, it might work, hopefully. At first I got this leaf confused with the Alnus tree leaf. I don't know why. The shape is actually quite different, and the leaves have this pointy part at the end. You can see on most of the leaves. And also the texture is very rough. It really feels so different to the alder tree leaves. So now I 100% know that this is definitely not what I'm looking for. But oh yeah, see the same tree again. This one's really common, this tree. The alder trees, really, where are they? There's not, I haven't come across one single tree yet. Okay, I got 4 leaves from a tree in my local forest because I couldn't find any trees today, which is a little bit disappointing, but I'm gonna stay positive. I got 7 days to find what I'm looking for, so hopefully I will at some point. There's lots of little forests close by, so tomorrow morning I'm going to try this forest, but there's a connecting forest across the road which might have just what I need, because Actias Gnoma do live in this area. I've seen them, like, although granted they were 2 dead moths, but you know, the fact that there are moths in the area means that their host plant is obviously here, which I know because they got some leaves here, but one tree is not enough, so there must be other places. There has to be more than one tree. So, you know, maybe it's just on my doorstep I can find. Fortunately, I've got the week off school to keep looking. Well, have a look at these. They're really changing color, and now they're really orange, and they're getting bigger. There's 1 or 2 which are stationary, just sitting still. Maybe they're going to molt. I'm going to guess that some of these must have already molted. I need to clean up. There's lots of frass everywhere. And 1 caterpillar's there. And these are, got some fresh leaves. And you can see just there, let me show you, this one's not moving. I hope it's okay, and it's just going to shed its skin, hopefully. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this one's pooping again. I just cleaned up. It's okay, obviously. Maybe this one's just waiting to molt as well. It's not moving, and when the caterpillar's not moving, it usually means that it's getting ready to go to its next instar. So I'm gonna hope that's just the case. And I think soon I'm gonna have to consider getting a larger container. So once they start getting bigger. But for the time being, this is pretty good. I believe today's day number 6. And they've still got 11, so that's really wonderful. So tomorrow I can try and find more and more trees. Well, today I'm picking some leaves from the temple, well, close to Kakwansa temple. When I was going to take as much as I need only, enough for the caterpillars to eat. I don't want to waste any leaves, because usually if there's lots of trees, I just take as much as I need and don't worry about it. And then there's leftover, which is thrown out. But I have to be more careful with this, because I don't know if these branches work well in water. They still seem to dry out. So for the time being, just as much as I need. And maybe this will be enough for 10 little caterpillars. They've still got some food in the terrarium, so this is just like a top-up, and it should keep them going. Worst case scenario, I can go to my local forest tomorrow morning and get an extra 1 or 2 leaves. Fingers crossed, this should be good. Just hanging around off the leaves at this present time, and I'm put one in there. What I'm doing is I'm going to transfer them to a larger terrarium, and so I'm going to move them into here. And I got some fresh leaves today from Kakwansa temple at the small reservoir, so I'm going to have to try and move those ones. And there is just one just on here. I'm wondering if they're just resting because they're going to shed their skin. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully time will tell. So I found a Siberian alder tree, which is the mul ordinamu in Korean, or known as Alnus hirsuta. But I took one small branch, only one small branch, because this tree is really young, and I really don't want to take leaves from this kind of tree. It's really small and needs to grow, so I'm very mindful of that. It's good I found it, but then I'm curious, like, if there's one tree here like this, wouldn't there be more trees close by? I don't know, and I can't really find any, but it just got me thinking. So anyway, it's good. I took one branch, and I will go to Kakwansa temple, which is close by, and collect some more leaves, and that will keep my larva going another day. Every day they live just one day at a time at this rate, but they're still alive. It's 8 days, so maybe tomorrow I can just get out on my bike and go to various places and just look around, maybe check around reservoirs, check on the edge of forests, and keep looking and find preferably bigger trees next time. Wow, no sooner did I speak and I literally just finished that last video, and look what I just found. Here's another tree, and it is a bigger tree. The trouble is, how do I collect tree leaves from way up high? I'm not good at climbing trees, but for the time being, this is like perfect. I can take from this tree today as well. That's awesome. I might try an experiment and just put these in water as well. Cut the branches, split them in the middle, and see if they can soak in some water. But today, those caterpillars in my home are lucky. Awesome. I will have happy caterpillars today. And also, I'm so happy and relieved about this, because I worry a little bit. It's my responsibility to take care of these, and the moth who I caught chose to lay eggs on my hand. So she gave me this responsibility. And also I was very interested in Luna moth caterpillars. So yeah, big responsibility. Wow, this is the, maybe it's their third insta? I don't know. But it's changed colour. It's turned into the green. And its poop's getting bigger. That is a lot of poop. They have about 20 to 30 every day, each single caterpillar. Wow, I can't believe it. We got a different color. That is so cool. And I have some leaves that I collected today. I just got them in water. I'm hoping they're going to be okay. I'm just going to... Oh, there's another one. Look, 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 look. Oh, wow. Oh, there are many of them. Oh, sorry, it's on there. Oh, so there's the... Maybe... That might be the second instar. And this one must be, my guess is the third instar. I could be wrong. I haven't been able to keep track of how many times they've molted, but my guess is this is their third time. And there's another one. Wow, this is really going well. It's going better than I expected. And today, because I found another tree, I'm a little more optimistic. I've got, today is Tuesday, so I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to find more trees. And actually I'm going to go out to a mountain, a forest close to my home very soon to find more trees if possible. Anyway, what I'm doing now is just making sure that I can keep the terrarium nice and clean. The most important thing is hygiene, cleanliness. Caterpillars need a clean environment, and in normal circumstances they would be high up in a tree and their poop would just fall to the ground, but the way I'm looking after them, it's not possible. So I must keep their place nice and clean. We can see the two different colors. How amazing. I'm so happy to see that. But you can still see just how small they are at this point in time. But you can see on the caterpillar, it's developed some little, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like its body's got little bumps on it, basically. So it's really changing appearance. Would notice more change by the next instar. I so can't wait to see. So I got some more fresh leaves that should keep them going tonight. And this branch is kind of green and I cut it open, so it might last in some water, but these branches, which are browner and they're thicker, they don't seem to last as long in the water. I need to find a solution how to keep these leaves as fresh as possible, but I don't really know other than doing like this, but last time it didn't work. So I think I'll put these ones in and I'll try and see if I can keep these fresh and give them tomorrow morning. But very good. I think today is day 8. What a good day. So they're nicely topped up with fresh food. I don't have to worry about them until tomorrow morning. All I need to do tomorrow morning is take out any of the leaves, double check their caterpillars are okay, and take out the frass, and then, you know, maybe if I leave this overnight, if they stay fresh enough, that'll be really good. I can give them a bit more fresh, some more fresh leaves in the morning. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna stick the lid on, and I'm gonna put them in the spare room, because the spare room I don't use aircon, and I have the window open. And these days in South Korea, it's peak summer, so it's about 33, 34 Celsius and about 90% humidity. So spare room is better for these, especially because they need humidity to molt. If I put them in a room with aircon, the air is going to be dry and they'll have trouble molting. So definitely good that I can have a spare room that I don't need to stay in, because I tell you, 34 Celsius and humidity that's so high is so uncomfortable. I cannot stay in that room. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move this and then check tomorrow. Tomorrow, day 9. It's looking good. I think that's more than enough for 10 small caterpillars. They're not so big that they're going to eat a huge amount of food. So I just took this from the temple area because I couldn't find any on my hike today. So yeah, I'll take these home right now. Some caterpillars have already been eating, but should still be okay. Should work out well. And I'm just going to put them in a plastic bag, and hopefully that it will retain some humidity. I have no idea, but anyway, I put them in there and pack them in my bag. So this is the tree that I took the leaves from today. I don't want to take all the leaves. I'm just taking as much as I need. And then that was the smaller tree, and there are still a few leaves on there. I couldn't find any more trees behind there. I was looking, but I can't seem to find. So I'll keep looking for more. Oh, these birds, they're mischievous. They're quite noisy, but they're kind of cool. Alright, time to go home and feed some caterpillars. Well, they're looking pretty good. Wow, they really changed appearance. Very, very cool. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Oh, look at that. It's nice. I like its little posture. Wow, this is so good. They really, it's so amazing. I can't believe I was really worried that it's not going to work, but it's going so good. Yeah, size comparison, just put my finger right next to that, you can see. Still pretty small, but wow, I mean, compared to what they were when I first got them, imagine what they'll be like in 1 week's time. Yeah, this one's still pretty small. It must be, it's only in its second instar, the one on the right. It's got some catching up to do. It's interesting how they, well, maybe, actually, I don't know. Maybe, obviously, the one on the left must have hatched a bit sooner. Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take for this one to become a third instar. Curious about that. As ever, I've got to take out the leaves and just make sure that their home gets, their little terrarium gets cleaned every day. Twice a day I do this. Twice a day I take out all the leaves because they produce a lot of frass, basically poop, right? And each caterpillar will do that 25 to 30 times a day. That is a lot, especially when it's about 10 or 11 caterpillars. I hope it's still 11 caterpillars. I have to do a count to make sure I haven't lost any. And this one's doing pretty good as well, isn't it? Anyway, so basically I will, like you see there, it is, it's not clean. The caterpillars don't want to be roaming around at the bottom of the terrarium. Oh, there's a little one there. This one needs to, maybe this one's, is it eating? It's, I don't know. Hopefully it's going to molt soon. It's so small still. I'm surprised. Nothing on that leaf. Yeah, maybe some of these leaves are ready to be thrown away. This one doesn't look any good anymore. This one, pretty much the same. Also, I have that bag from today, which I collected, the new leaves. So I'll put the new leaves on top and the old leaves on the bottom. Yeah, this one's still okay, actually. That one's still, they've got way too much food. They don't need all this amount. I have to be careful in future how much I collect because I don't know where I can find many trees at the moment. So I have to just get exactly as much as I need and not waste. Just so that I know that they'll have food for, throughout their life as a caterpillar. So I've just got to be careful, ration it out a bit. Yeah, and there, look, all that caterpillar poop is a lot. Yeah, so once you clean out their home, it's essential, it's #1 priority is to make sure that the terrarium is clean, always clean, essential. So then I can start putting the leaves back in there. And also the other obvious thing that needs to be done is make sure they have fresh leaves. Because I'm putting leaves like this, they dry out pretty quickly. So I have to basically collect leaves every single day. I have trouble keeping these leaves from drying out, so it's a bit of work for me, but I wanted to rear this species for so long, so I guess I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that I have to, maybe for the next 20 days or so, just change their food every day and take the bus and collect leaves. I might be lucky and find some more trees closer to my home. That would be good. Oh, look at this one. It's pretty big, isn't it? Let's take a look, a closer look. Yeah, it's really interesting. I've seen maybe a 5th instar caterpillar before, when I was hiking in the mountains in Gyeongdoksan, which is a mountain in Asan. So I know what they look like. This one is definitely looking more like that caterpillar that I saw. Perhaps it was last year, actually. It was last summer. Okay, there. It's pooping. That's all they do is eat and poop. That's all they do. I love keeping caterpillars though. You know, it's kind of magical to see them change. You know, they hatching from their egg, and you just, you know, it's nice just because I don't get to see this. If I'm lucky, if I'm very lucky, I might see a caterpillar in the forest, but I've only ever seen one. Oops, oh, I squashed that caterpillar, oops. I've only seen one of these caterpillars, and that was last year. It was the first time. So it's a really lucky chance for me to do this. And the moth is incredibly beautiful. I've seen the moths plenty of times. It's quite a common silk moth, so yeah, it's not so hard to find. Anyway, these leaves seem okay, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fresh leaves in next. And just to be safe, put the lid on and we'll have no caterpillars escaping. And then I think maybe they will be good until tomorrow evening and I can get some leaves close to my forest. But obviously, first thing I need to do tomorrow and when I wake up is to do what I just did now. Take out all the leaves, clean it up, and then tidy it up again so that they have a day of clean environment. Okay. So today is day 9, so I'll see how they look. Hopefully 1 week's time, we'll have some really big caterpillars. They're getting big pretty fast. Very impressed. This one. And also this one. Lots of details on their body, and I mean, obviously still small compared to my finger, but pretty cool. This is day 10 in the morning. Wow, it's incredible. They just change so quickly, right? So wonderful. Just and there's a second instar. Maybe this one will soon shed its skin as well. So I'm just going to, as I do every day, just clean up their home, and hopefully these leaves will be good. These are the ones I collected yesterday, so they should be okay. And then tonight, or this evening, before sunset, I'll collect some more leaves. This one's still so tiny. I'm not sure if they're all growing very well. Like maybe this one's really way behind compared to the other ones. It might have hatched later, it might just be that. Some of these leaves starting to feel not so good. So maybe those ones I don't need. Oh, sorry, Nelly squashed this little guy.